Hello everyone. Ninjani emakhaya. I hope ni right ne. Nam declare nikwelitala ne. First of all, man, to all those ones who don't know me yet, ndicela ukuzintroduce aqala ne. Igama lami ndungu-Anele Sokapase ne. AKA uta Ace, AKA uta Mabheka, inja yegame, inja yempilo, okabadia. You already know me, uphunyuka kabamphethe ne. Thank you guys for joining me today. Man, today you have a special episode. Today, it's not the normal episode like the solo episodes. Today, man, I've brought someone special who's gonna tell his story, right? Like I said, guys, I'm gonna have my solo episodes, ne? And then, but me understanding ubangabana, story Sam is not gonna cover everyone. Not everyone is gonna relate to my story. You understand? We don't come from the same backgrounds, same challenges. So that's why I decided to bring on the guests. You understand, in my concept. So today is going to be a guest session, right? So yeah, man. And I think let me start by saying, telling you guys how I met this guy. Igama lakhe nguTsepiso Mahika ne. He's based in Soweto. So how I met him, I think I met him around, I think it was June.
I think it was June.
Yeah. It was a Friday. I just came from another interview of the podcast. True. I had just recorded another guest session, right? Okay. So my guest took me to where this guy is, which is Eddie Sofing in Soweto. Is it Middlelands?
It's in Middlelands.
Yes, yes, exactly. So I said to my guest, the other guest, hey man, I'm hungry, man. Plus, he's also based in Soweto, so it was only right to take me to the Sofing. Ne? Sharp, we got there, got the food, fine. Now, the guy, the waiter, the guy who was getting us the food. Okay, fine. We ordered the food, we sit down, we're chilling. And then this guy, started asking me, but okay, guys, the podcast here, and then what is it about? Yeah. Then I just brief him. Sharp. So I guess he was impressed. And then he just said one thing. Okay, just wait here. I'm coming back. Ukhona umuntu walezinto. Ngizakubizela umuntu walezinto.
I think that was boom, man. Hey, cool guy.
He was like, he was like, no, man. Okay, just wait here. And he was like, no, what? Just sit here. I'm gonna get you someone or okay, sharp, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then you show up.
Yeah. I think if there's one thing that I love doing, during my spare time, even Upumba knows, he's my friend, he's my colleague.
Sure.
He knows during my spare time, we watch podcasts or we listen to music.
Sure.
In most cases, I think that's why. So when he gets to me, he's like, "Hey, my dog, my dog. We're not gonna let us learn, man. Angazi ukuthi maybe ungayinganywa, uzoyinganywa lento uzomphathela yona, what's gonna happen?"
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Wait, are you talking about the two guys?" Because remember during that day they were recording something else, and I was chilling at rooftop.
Oh.
And then as I was being told we take Kona la Machitala. I was like, are we talking about the two guys? It's like, the two guys. Now. I'm like, no problem.
Because when we came in, I'm the only one who didn't know the place. Yeah. So they were showing me around the upstairs. Plus, it's a nice place.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So I walked around in Dondoni. So I think that's when you saw us. Maybe walking by.
Yeah.
So and then fast forward, and then that's how. And then you showed up in this uniform.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm man. So this is the guy. I'm like in my mind. I'm thinking. So this is the guy. I thought I'm gonna meet someone who's chilled, who's wearing just normal clothes, and then this guy is on duty. What's going on here? And then sushi stuff. I'm like, fine. Then you come, ne? As lively as you are now.
True.
Then you come. Like you just try and we've met before. Show my chance in. And then the first thing you say, you talking to us about this sushi. As Kolum, I'm like, Ngoku, podcast. What happened, podcast? This guy is selling his sushi. First things first when you talk. Sushi. Okay, sushi. I've never eaten sushi in my life at that point in time. and yasathi nabantu abangodaki yesisaba izinto asingayiqhelanga into zama cheese boys into ntontoni we couldn't afford we couldn't afford these things and don't sharp plus nami natural I'm not a foodie person I'm not a foodie by nature I just eat basic food my wife is the one who will tell me my love let's try this fine here you are hayi bafethu kumele nizame isushi ngithi hey wena kumele ipapa nenyama lo tyela bo sushi and then he started shaya ke antribule no he managed to convince me I was like you know what it's okay since well I'm expecting I want something from you too since well they said you are the guy who's gonna come here and talk about the podcast okay anyway so we ordered the sushi ne?
True
and then so that's how we met literally that's how we met and then they brought us our food we ate and then I think the sushi was like more like a dessert because when we went inside
the snack
so we went inside and then you served us the sushi which I enjoyed very much I'm gonna get it now I'm gonna get it now
it's like no sushi sauce
no man I was thinking
but it's a good thing sorry to disturb you it's a good thing that you became open-minded about it
I am an open-minded
because
person.
A lot of people
it helps
but stubborn to try it out and now here you are.
I was thinking about Hitch vibes, the Will Smith movie. When Will Smith ate something else and then the next thing, one side. So I was thinking those vibes. But I was like, you know what? The Anele style is always willing to try new things. You understand? All right, sharp. So then later on, you serve us the sushi and then now we're talking now finally after we're done with the sushi now and then I didn't even ask you were like I told you what the podcast is about you were like no I'm gonna be the guest you know you just volunteered I'm like okay no it's cool man and of which this is what I encourage guys you know I mean I want people who are willing to share this responsibility with me you understand uThixo usebenza ngabantu you understand and uThixo uyasebenza ezimpilweni zabantu you know it's just that most of us we are keeping these stories to ourselves you understand yes if you let's say maybe you just got blessed by God right yes you are gonna pray in your home right with your family maybe but that's as far as this blessing goes but no one else knows I'm not saying ukuthi hambe uqhayisa blessings zakho people are gonna see when you're blessed they know you understand but there are people out there who are still struggling with the things that wena as a episode that you managed to overcome. True. And not everything is about money. There are other things such as trauma and what you know as we grow up, right? So there's someone who's just waiting there who thinks Lendo that is going through is the end of the world.
That's true.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because and yet some of us we grow up as naban boteta. You see what I'm saying? So and then we get trapped lento we bottle it and then iyakula ngaphakathi to a point whereby some of our brothers, some of our sisters, they kill themselves. They commit suicide. Because that's where suicide comes from. Ukuti ukondekyayo but
you couldn't let it out.
You couldn't let it out. Maybe there was no one or within your family system.
Sometimes it's too difficult to defeat to win that challenge.
Exactly.
But then as soon as other people they say,
I've been there,
yes. And you know sometimes you just been there, but you don't understand what it could do for another person. And you also don't understand how did you win? How did you overcome that challenge?
Exactly.
You need to find out maybe they will tell you no. For instance, in my case, in there are certain situations where I'd find myself I can't get over this challenge and I can't overcome this challenge. And then you know, like at a later stage, I'd be like, maybe if I pray about it, or maybe if I tell God about it, or I speak to God about it, not even maybe, I know for sure if I speak to God about it, I know for sure the challenge is way defeating and bad. And then here we are. So for other people, it just takes you your side of the story, how you overcame it, advise other people, and then from then onwards, they'll learn from you.
Yes, because like I said, man, God is not gonna come from up there, especially for you. He uses people, but those people need to be willing to share their stories, which is why I felt the need to start this podcast whereby we share our stories.
That's true, yeah.
Yes, we will talk about his sushi business, the success side of things. But this show is about, digging deep, helping people to overcome those struggles. Before we can talk about the good things that are happening. Let me tell you why. You know why? Because andithi like abantu bayinibona ndongutayisi esestradweni or utsepiso, walking around, okay, he looks like he's doing fine in life, he's successful, right? Abantu, they don't know the story behind that. Some people, they will think you got that story, that success overnight. You understand?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Abanye abantu bakubona so successful, uhambe career to a point nah, that thing is not for me. I don't think I'll ever be able to get there because of my background. Akayazi ukuthi utayisi. He has been in his shoes. Or the West. You understand? Which is why I saw the importance of starting a show like this, my brother. And I'm grateful that you decided, you took interest, man. You saw the value in it. You understand? I'm happy that you are here to support the movement, man. This is what this thing is all about, and I hope it grows. Yeah, I understand. But before we go any further, guys, I just want my guest to introduce himself before we get carried away.
I had even forgotten.
I need to ask. I introduce myself. No, man, this thing is not even an interview like we said. Like we're doing in the car, like we always do. It's just that the concept of my show basically is just normal conversations that we normally have when you're having drinks. Anywhere we are, in our homes. It's just that much we have put cameras. You understand? I'm sure it's just going to be about silly stuff. You understand? But let's not get carried away. I just want him to introduce himself, man, and then we'll continue from there.
So my name is Tsepiso Maika. Sure. Tsepiso Maika was born in a small village in the northwest called Kunona Village. It's not that far from the capital city of the northwest from Mahikeng. It's just 45 minutes drive.
Okay.
And Okulagwame, I was raised by my grandmother, and being raised by a grandmother, the parents are not around. Umama Sayopanda, Sekoli, my dad, Uhlale Emafikeng, he's a teacher. And it was a great upbringing, man. With my aunt, my uncle, and obviously my grandmother, because she's the one who raised me anyway. I'm 30 years of age now.
So you're still young.
I'm still young. I'm still doing well. Still doing just fine. 30 years of age now, so you can just imagine. So back then, my mom actually gave birth to me when she was still in matric, by the way. She was young. Years older she was young. 16 years older than she was young. So she was very young. So as soon as she was done, as soon as I was born, my grandmother said, you know what, let me just take care of this baby. All right. Finish your matric. Just continue with your studies.
Which was the normal thing back then.
Which was the normal thing
even now.
Sometimes these things happen. Into the democratic South Africa. So my upbringing was quite great. She was like that. She wasn't that strict. She was that lady who would say it's okay. Obviously now she has her own background, her own upbringing and what's not. But then she was one person who really loved church. Like, not necessarily loved church, but she really loved God. I'm saying she did because now she's late now.
Okay.
So may her soul rest in peace.
Yeah, man.
But she gave me the best upbringing that I would say.
That foundation, that strong foundation.
That I
typical
have,
grandmother foundation that we all need.
Trust me.
Sure.
The old lady talk like Ukokwam. She literally didn't say hi. Lava bantwana bami. Like law umzulu. I was literally like one of her children. I was Ilaspon. Even my aunt Min and I, the relationship between her and I, you'd swear that we are siblings. Like she's my older sister. So even with my uncle, the relationship is the same. To me, he feels like he's my older brother
because of the closeness.
Because of the closeness, because of how we grew.
The unity, the love that you guys were brought with. So you're the only child from your parents?
No.
Okay.
I'm not the only child from my parents.
Okay.
So my parents were still together at the time. I was
conceived.
I was I was conceived, and then when they broke up or when they separated, they got married, right? And they had their kids. So I have little brothers and little sisters. So from my father's side, there's 2 little sisters and 1 little brother. And from my mother's side, I just have a little brother. Who recently who's in his matric now.
Are you guys close with the siblings? The ones that you just mentioned now from your
I'd say
side.
We are not tight. Because I think because bakule with the parents more. So we're not really that tight. We just talk here and there. I'm in varsity now. I'm doing this.
Oh, they're all younger.
We have
they're younger than you. All of them. All of them. Okay.
I was the first. Well, I'm the first.
Oh, you're the first. I'm the last one. I'm there. I'm there. So I can relate to you. I can relate to you with your firstborn problems.
The energy is there.
Tina's trying. I'm a privilege of a last born.
True. Hey, I know.
All right.
Like that. So me growing up in J. That's who I am. School. Went to primary school in Makaya, and then when I was 10 years old, that's when I moved in with my parents. My stepdad and my mom. Who did a great job raising me. Like my father is something else, man. He's such a great man. He's the one who actually got me to where I am today.
The stepfather.
Yes.
I know. You call it. No.
My father.
No. Remember, he's the one you said. Like you're saying, he got to know you at a very young age, which is 10 years. Ne? You said 10 years.
He met me when I was 8 years, and then I moved in with them when I was 10 years.
So for the most part of your life, you've known him. Right. He's still around.
He's still around.
They are still together.
They're still together. They've been together they've been married for 20 years now.
So you'll say you are more closer to him than your biological.
We are tight.
You see. So it's natural.
I'm still having communication with my biological father, and he's chilled now. He's such a chilled guy. We laugh. We'd obviously be on a call for like a good hour.
That's
every once in a while. Sometimes I just go and visit that side. And just chill with him, We're not that tight.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Yeah, but my father knows a lot more about me than
Remember the other one uhlala naye ejardini. The other one is in another location, and he's got another family. It's always tricky when he has another family. Those ones, they are priority 1 basically.
Exactly.
Right. But now what I appreciate about a biological father is at least in such a relationship. The connection is still there. That's the most important thing. You understand? Most of the guys, or kids, they lose. They just cut that tie.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they don't even know them. Like I don't know my father.
Is it?
I don't know my father. Yeah, I don't know my father.
But how?
I don't even know what.
So what happened? And I'm
no. Remember, SME story is saved in my solo episodes.
But you can see it now.
But I'm the last one. I don't even know if we all share. Okay, I've got 2 brothers. Okay, so there's only 3 guys. Ne? So I'm the last one. So now, I don't even know if we all have a same father, or maybe, or what.
Have you never questioned
I've never questioned my mother that. Out of respect. Out of respect. And my older brother, the middle one, he's staring. He's staring. Yeah, not a problem. Ne? I don't think there's something wrong with asking, with wanting to know. Ne? It's true. Just that any problem. Character yake. He was a naughty kid. Growing up. Also gogo. We're all raised by our gogo and then got back to the city, like you were saying. But akazanga to the city, meaning PE, where we from. Ukuthi olethi lithe mlethe. No, mina kwathiwa mina mlethe ngapha PE. Yena uvele wafika sekaziswa nje because usokolisa ugogo ngale. And then he comes to PE. My mother's like, funalo. This is your kid. So he was a naughty kid. And then now he follows up that kind of character with such a curiosity and whatnot. So the way he went about it also was not, I don't think it was respectful in a way, we understand. That's we were young. So he's the one who asked the question. He's the one who wanted to know, blah, 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 blah. So, but I never felt the need to ask because my mother did an amazing job with us. She didn't make me feel like, as much as the sokola, but she didn't make me feel like ndiyamdinga utat. As much as ndimdinga, yes. True. Yes, but like I don't have this thing, but where's my father now? If utatambe khona ngabe. No. She didn't make me feel that thing. The most important thing was love. True. To me. She gave me the love, she gave me everything, the warmth of the home. You understand? Yeah. So I didn't feel any lack. The lack was there, but I didn't feel it.
So that gap
there, yes. So with me, yes, that was the case. And also lastly, to this part, I wasn't about to ask about someone who was not there.
True.
And look for someone who I don't even know what funa. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. Meaning it time alarm. I don't even know. Okay, now. Where is he now? And yet here I am.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not here. Apparently, this is not the one. The guy that I see there is not the one. But he's not there, right? He's not there. And I must be respectful.
Yeah.
And then but why should I, after everything I've said, why should I go around asking about someone who should be here? I don't even know what happened between them.
Yeah.
But me digging, sometimes guys must be careful what you wish for. These stories don't end well. You understand? But yeah, that is my story.
Yeah, that's your story.
Yeah, that's my story. It's not always the worst case scenario. Things happen. Sometimes things, I don't know what happened, but I was just like, if kumele ndiyazi lento,
okay,
yes. What if it was a painful experience?
Yeah.
Then naku mna ndiyahlokoloza. And then. Yes, I do have a right to know, but I was like, no, I'm chilled, man. Look how I turned out. Okay, okay. You see now, I didn't know. I don't know anything, but look how I turned out.
Yeah, but it's understandable.
You see what I'm saying? I was strong enough, to be like, no, I'm cool, man.
Yeah.
If I wasn't maybe this character, maybe that would have led me to.
Yeah.
But kuba anele and being raised the way I was raised, then I'm chilled, I'm cool. I'm strong enough to even get to a point whereby I'm here inspiring other people.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? So that means God had me. With me, in my case, God had me. All right?
The Father.
Sure, but let's get back to you.
So now just to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
So I think one thing that kept that light or that kept that spark between me and my biological father, I think is because for the earlier, while they were still together, obviously, we were keeping that, and also his availability in terms of him saying, okay, bengicela nje ukuba nomntwana or ukuba noThepi just for let's say school holidays. He'd say that. I think that's why Leonto Ibekon is because he wasn't forced to do certain things. He felt the need willingly. Okay, let me just do it. Even if he was forced, nobody would tell him he's being forced because And one thing that I'd say I applaud my mother for is the fact that she never said, you know what, your father is not with me, so he can't be with you. You understand? They do that. It's the mothers who say, okay, this is what's happening, so therefore, he won't be part of your life. I think I'd have to applaud her for allowing that bond to be built, even if it's not that strong or we don't have that strong relationship. But for the effect of we're still in communication.
She opened the channels, because sometimes we get guys who go through this thing of being because things didn't work out, and then for punishment, and then this child now suffers. So, but with your case, man, I'm glad that wasn't the case, which is a teachable moment, I think, to my sister.
And also, the new fathers out there, they learn through such.
Man.
Hey, sure. You know what? You don't have to. You don't have to distance yourself from umtanako simply because of
Yes,
the
yes.
mother of your child.
Things didn't work out.
Yeah, man. So yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, that was my upbringing.
Yeah,
basically.
man. Yeah.
So I moved to Joburg.
Yeah.
Finished my primary school here.
Okay.
And then did my high school as well.
Where exactly?
So when I came to Joburg, I went to we stayed in Eastern Ebuhle Park. Stayed in Eastern Ebuhle Park. And then primary school, I went to Villa Lisa Primary School. From Villa Lisa Primary School, went on to Bopelo Impilo. It's in Mayfair. For my high school. It's a boarding school.
Okay.
So stayed there, did my high school there, finished my high school, and then went on to study EP15 Economics and Risk Management in Northwest University, Val campus. And then from there
wait. Because I had a question. I wanted to ask. So everything throughout this journey, everything is still going smooth. Everything is fine. No glitches, because that's what we want. That's what I want.
So here's the
Don't
thing.
skip. Don't take your time. Don't skip it, because I wanted to ask you. My question was, what were your challenges growing up? You know, because I like the fact that at least aside the parents, really grand, healthy, and what. So it looks like you were well taken care of in that aspect. Growing up,
yes,
I
was kind of
yes, but it was not perfect. But so if it wasn't that perfect, it doesn't have to be perfect. But here, lacking here. What was those lackings? You know, you need to share those with us.
Those moments.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't jump stages, because we want that one. Remember, we want the struggles. We want the struggles, and
but you know, I remember
if they are there.
I remember this one time. I had an interview with one of these financial service providers.
Yeah.
So they asked me, do you have what are your struggles?
Yeah.
What were your struggles, or what do you believe was your biggest struggle?
Yeah, sure.
Or is your biggest struggle? And funny enough, for a moment, I tried to search in my mind. And you watch those videos, Laba Abazenza, and they'll tell you in those videos, Uguti, what matters the most to them is it's the fact that you have a struggle in life. So they were asking me, Uguti, what is your struggle, or what has been your biggest struggle in your life? And I was like, I don't think I've ever struggled. You know? And this is why, this is where now I'm like, I try so much. We understand what was really my struggle. So it's all because I'd say I was well taken care of. I was raised well, you know.
Family support was there.
Family support was there. You'll always have whatever that you need in place. Understanding you want them. It's fine.
Yes.
But then there are more important things than isn't those for now. So then these things are your needs. So if your needs are well taken care of, then what more do you want?
Sure,
you understand?
Exactly.
So there are certain struggles, of course, that are there. But do you think that they're major though? I didn't think that they're major.
Yeah, but if it's worth mentioning, then you can mention. Feel free to
it's worth mentioning, of course. So throughout this journey, right, so having to switch from moving from Emakaya, coming to Joburg,
city life,
the city life, you're like all excited.
It's not just any city, it's Joburg,
Hey, Makai.
I want that one. I want that adjustment.
So
who are you living with? With
my parents.
Oh, you figure with your parents. Okay, sharp.
My mom is married.
Yes.
So when I get here, my mom is married to my dad.
Yes.
And then they bought a house at East End.
Okay, sharp. Okay, sorry, I lost you there.
So I move in with them, Ebuhle Park.
Yes.
Okay. So now you must understand with majority of the people here. You can hear with Mankulmi Zulu I speak.
Sure.
So it has a bit of English here, and then there's I don't really I'm fluently.
Yeah, sure.
So but you can understand.
Yeah, enough. It's good enough. I mean, I get told. Yeah.
So now you get here, and then half of the people, they speak Zulu. Or a lot of the people speak Zulu. Where's Lalini?
Yeah.
And then
and it's Tswana.
And when Tswana, you get here, who was Zulu, and you're like, oh my goodness.
It's the language barrier.
Now I have to learn. Yeah. Having to adapt to all
the
of
culture also.
Yeah, the culture.
Shock a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, whoopies. And you're like trying to adapt to all of this. Good day. In you can't be doing this. So now that's where now my parents now ground me to say, Guti, here it's not like Eslalin where you can play until whatever the time and nobody's worried. Here that's what's happening. These are the dangers. This is what happens. So you must understand, Guti, you need to draw the line. You need to understand yourself, Guti.
About careful what.
You get it. You need to understand, Guti, I need to go home. At this time, I need to go.
And this is how you carry yourself also. Not because so freely like Eslalin.
You get it.
You need to watch.
I remember this one time. So I had this friend of mine in primary. Hey, this friend of mine. Yeah. Hey, one day, Gibeli takes, right?
Yeah.
Ipasling Shile to get to. I'm from Eskolweni.
Yeah.
So I'm from Eskolweni, Villa Lisa. Gibeli takes Ipasling Shile. I go to what Konala I'm used to Gutiniasla around the bend. Begui Spa before, so I get there, and then I have to catch another taxi that is going to Esprit View or Esprit, not Esprit. I do that sharp. Catch a taxi. The next time I do the same thing, but this time around, I'm like, I wonder how it would feel like if I don't pay it for it. Have the money, but I decided to buy steering gear. You know what do I do?
You remind me of myself.
Get taxi. I want to look back and taxi driver, I don't think he noticed good and coca.
Hey.
And then on the way I get off.
Yeah.
Then I tell my friend, wrong. Hey, Izolo, this is what happens.
Yeah.
Angie, now he's like, hey, Ksasa too, because it passed little figure late.
Yeah.
I know, Ksasa, when you knock off, it's Friday now. Ksasa must try, when you leave, come to my school. So there's Villa Lisa, then there's Don Park. So there's Villa Lisa Primary. I went to that one. Then there's Don Park Primary. So Tiago was at Don Park Primary.
Yes.
We get there. I get there after school. Yeah, with Tiago, I talk. Takes. I see Bambi takes. I easy just dying or see too. I want kungena abantu abayitrabe for. Hey, manje le taxi when we are about to say we are getting off.
Such a
o driver uthi man kunabafana bayisebenzile la you that is. And now it takes you say 5 rand to get from Ekas to HM State.
Ufake lo mchite driving but imali khona. Okay, sharp at least.
Look, say 5 rand. Mina in my mind I still had 5 rands. And in my pocket I had a 10 rand note.
All right.
Right? So in my mind I'm thinking, hey, yabona masingayehla. Then we walk down the road and then we get to a garage, we buy sweets and then sava.
Yeah.
Sendly. Aye man. Just when we're supposed to get off.
Yeah, was a
driver. Kunabafana bayithiwa ngene. Nipatala ni madoda. Oh goodness. Ngihambisa le 10 rand, it's fine, nayi imali yakhona.
Yeah.
Athi yashota le mali, short 2 rand. I'm like, goodness. What did I just do? And mind you, my sasigibeli taxi, iye town, iye Jimmy State. So we didn't get off. We were supposed to get off because we're in trouble.
And by extra charge, my so much.
You get it?
Hey, so it's an extra trip.
We had to go all the way to Jimmy State. He get there, he get off. And I'm like, dude,
what are you gonna do? So we go 10 rand kuphela. Hey, Nkosi yami. Hey, nawe into zakho.
Yabona ufana semakhaya. When's into wrong? Hey, what? And then the next thing, this is what happens. Yo. I thought that I was gonna be lucky that day. I know. Trust me. We had to take that walk from HM State to eButle Park. Umama wangenzani ngento mangifika endlini.
Angiyazi amacala wenu but I can imagine. I can imagine.
Adaptation, it wasn't that simple.
Yes.
It wasn't that simple because now I'm used to this in Pilas and Makai whereby you can just get a lift for free, you know, and then you just get to wherever you're going and all of that. And now you move into the side.
Try the same tricks.
The language is not the same.
Yeah,
this is not yo, Makai. So yeah, so adaptation to the city life or to life, you know,
yes.
It wasn't that simple for me.
It wasn't simple, man.
I had to learn certain things. So you don't get lucky twice.
Yes.
And there are certain things you have to understand. Okay, there's nothing for free.
Sure.
I
can relate to your story.
Everything comes either at a sacrifice or it comes at there's something that you need to pay.
You need, yes.
Those are the kind of lessons that I've had to learn.
No, I can relate, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm also from PE and then but I'm based in the Val. So I went to VUT. So now I'm going to figure out okay. So now I had to learn, you know, the language. Zulu at least is similar to isiXhosa a bit.
Yeah.
But forget now Zulu. Ival ngokugcwele abeSuthu now.
I remember you had to speak
the first S1 eklasini.
Yeah.
Bakuhleba uhleli apha mfethu. Uvele ndithi no lentsore le kukhulunywa ngamara la. Ukhunywa ngalomXhosa la. Then I had to learn, and you know the best way to learn the language thola umabhebeza uzobagrade iphilo talk izakufundisa language. And then I had to catch up, but the culture also, thing you had to. So it's a lot to adapt to. It's a lot to adapt to. I think kumele ungaphaphi. Awufika apha egoli afuneka ngophapha. Yes, once uphapha igoli aliphaphelo at least sisasekhona sisasurvive but igoli aliphaphelo. The way I see it, take your time, don't lose those principles. That foundation ugogo akunike yona. Yes, at least wena ufikele ebazaleni bakho ngapha mna it was no man's land. Don't know, at least that transition yana, but at least ufike nalama values. What carried me was those values. Ukuthi ngikhuliswe kanjani counts. It will count when you get here.
That's true.
So njayam bo I think you were saying now tertiary you moved to.
So okay, where was I? So we had that part where I now moved to Joburg, primary school,
high school.
Then high school obviously it's boarding school.
It's boarding school.
Like you said, you are in no man's land.
Yes.
You are no longer with parents now. Now you have to learn to fend for yourself. Yes. Like you had to learn to fight for yourself now. That's what if somebody is gonna be a bully towards me or is gonna bully me, you have to learn how to deal with such situations.
Things,
you know. But
independence.
Yeah. The good thing was my father had my stepdad. He had a background in boarding school, so he shared the knowledge.
Oh yeah, that helps. That helped. Yeah, this is what's to prepare you.
Yeah, you said
you can expect 1, 2, 3.
You need to be smart about almost everything. You don't have to fight yourself to fight your way out of a situation physically. You can always talk your way through it. You can always talk to certain people. If those people do not help, then seek other help, you know, from either me or your mom, whatever. Whichever way.
You were like,
it wasn't that easy, obviously, going through boarding school.
Yes,
you get there, you are used to having your parents being here.
Yes.
Mind you are 14 years old.
Yeah, when you've always had your elders around from Gogo to your parents, now you're in Jobe. You've always had
so this time around.
Now it's an independence. Now boom.
You literally on your own, but you have that support system around you. You can easily just I remember my first day at boarding school. After schooling, I just like I had run out of airtime. Don't say phone. I'm like, hey, I have no airtime and I need to call Umama, you know, just to tell her how my day went. And I decided there's this guy, like we're sharing a bunk bed together, like okay. And I said to him, my dog, I don't cap your thing at time. And then so from our dormitories. Siyasuka. We passed the school. Like, okay, there's from the boarding house, it's in one yard. Boarding house, you just walk down. So, Gulela gate, the security. We don't talk to the security. I just went past. And then the security was, hey, my thought. Nyapi.
Yeah.
Hey. Like, I time lamakule. Nyaboy. I didn't even consult. I'm just saying, you're taking your time, nyaboy.
Yeah.
Security calls me over. Please come here. It's like, do you not know the rules of Iskol?
Okay.
The rules of Iskol, what do you mean?
Hey, I'm just going to buy it.
I'm just going to buy it.
Yeah, sure.
It's not like Nyamalala and stuff.
Hey.
No, my guy. There are rules here. You don't just go out. You need a pass out to get out. They need to write you a pass out.
Authorization
that you're going to give to me and say, when you're taking your time, so that if anything happens to you, we know somebody called in for a pass out to be given to you.
Hey, that's how it works. I wouldn't know.
My guy. Yes. I was like, what are you saying? Like, you need just
go back.
Instruction. Wacelela umntwana wakhe lento le ukuthi akwazi ukuya Shoprite ayothenga ukudla or ukuya wherever.
Yeah.
So this is the person
But it makes sense.
And this is what it says. Umuntu mele isayine lento le. Either your body master or your body matron. I'm like, okay, it's understandable. But I'm just going to buy it. Like, call your parents, tell them to call the office. It wasn't that easy adapting to all those rules that are harsh. Now you have to find a way with, oh no, actually, there are certain ways of approaching certain
situations.
Things. Yeah. Certain situations, yes. And now this time around, I go to the boarding master. I'm like, go take a time. No. It's like, no, your parents have to call me. I'm like, amen. That's it. And then you know how painful it is to feel like maybe you are imprisoned.
Yes.
So now that's when I realized, oh, so this is why my dad said to me, Bona, they used to jump on my fence and run away and just go watch my matches or whatsoever or play whatever. And without parents knowing or without boarding parents knowing. And then so his stories were not my stories. And I'm like, but this used to happen. Marala, you can never do that. You know?
Sure.
So then it's one of the things that taught me, oh no, actually, there are certain things that will need you to be to have self-discipline.
Yes.
In a way. To have understanding which certain things don't just happen. They happen because they need to ground you.
Yes.
So now there we go. We are in my high school days. And then high school just goes. Next thing, I ended up joining the debating team.
Okay.
Traveled the world with it.
Yeah.
And from then ended up being the school's president. And
so when you were one of those top students, what don't do it. Yeah.
You can
you win argument.
No, trust me.
Solve a match.
There's this gentleman that's always saying, hey, these are my specs, these.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's always saying, hey, these two, once they argue, one will only say, let's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But the other one will want to put a statement and say, my statement is right.
Sure.
So joined the debating team, became president of the school, then that's it. That is with my high school life. My high school was not that easy, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Trust me.
It seemed like you enjoyed. You did well. Like before we move on from the boarding school part, I've always had this perception about ingati abantwana bathunyelwa boarding school ukuthi bastoned. Problem child is it really like that? Was asked in the boarding school. Is it really like that, or that's not the
others? They have
that's not the idea.
Yeah. The others, they have their own reasons to why. For in case, in my case, it was because now my parents were so busy.
Okay.
They were so busy now. They were now starting to be very busy. They
moving around.
Was no longer was not that much. My mom was a waiter at one of the casinos here in Joburg.
Okay.
And obviously, now like her time is no longer there because now she has been promoted to something else, to a different department now. And she's like, I'm always here, but I'm hardly ever.
Yeah.
So if you
that
need,
quality time is reduced now.
Yeah. So also there was my little brother now. You know, my little brother was born when I was in grade 6. So obviously now the
attention plus,
as I was push her the way because now my mom sometimes would do 2 jobs at once, like wins a promotion or my products for whatever the big brand it was, and then from then goes to work. Then wakes up in the morning, so she would hardly ever have his cut, you know,
the quality time.
So even with my dad would now, you know, he was working for a newspaper company, so he was like, he was doing my deliveries for them. And then at this point now, it's hectic. Yeah, it's hectic. It's spanning now. And he hardly ever has that time. You see, the one karuk figure, but I was clear and pants at relax. That's why I say go, you know. Let's go to a rent show together, just the 2 of us. Young so just go have fun. So those were the good times, and now
then because started going away.
So because the time is no longer there, it happened that when I was supposed to apply for high school, at the time when these forms have to be submitted, it's either I have to submit them myself and I have to go get them by myself. So I was born about 30 years old, by the way, and I'm like, I'm asking my friends, in fact, can you please pick up the forms from your school? Because I want to go to your school. Cool. And so on. I'm like, can I please get the forms? And then I'll give them to my parents to fill them. So I didn't have lesos cards in them because now, obviously, iskolo maspuma. Chances are iskolo sabona for me. You get it?
Yes.
So by the time I get there, probably was a silver value.
Yes.
So that was the case with me. And then I ended up NASA applying to any high school. And then my mom, she met this guy at a casino. I think he was the principal of the school. I met this guy, and my mom was closer to his wife.
Okay.
Yeah, he was closer to his wife. And then this one time it's like, oh, it actually says no principal at this specific school, so I can get you the forms tomorrow, fill them up, and then I'll just submit them for you. You get it, and then your son can simply. So that's how I went to boarding school. That's how they found out.
I would was told. Okay.
Yeah,
the normal one. The normal. Yes, the normal.
Yeah, because I was just in Tuan.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Gusto will always be there, and then that's how I got into boarding school.
Now, I believe. Well, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Is school fees okay? I'm a fees or somdana. It's more than it's triple, quadruple, more than the normal school, right?
I wouldn't say it's triple, whatever, but
I'm just saying it's way more expensive than.
Yeah, yes. It's quite expensive.
So your parents they really managed.
It's quite expensive.
Yeah, they managed. They pushed. So maybe that was one of the reasons why they had to push, like, you know.
Yeah, you can say that.
More into the hustle.
Yeah,
yes, they hustle more.
They had another reason. You want to go see when there's that transition from primary school where you're paying, let's say, 100 rands a month or whatever, school fees per year. That whole transition, like financially, it just pushes you to push even harder.
Remember, plus they want the best for you. Ne?
Yes,
remember they wanted the best for you. But I commend your parents, man. You know, you got the support system that you needed, and you got the parents who were dedicated to further your studies and to give you the resources, basically.
Most definitely,
right? Yes.
But then you know, I think it has happened with a lot of people. I was talking with a friend of mine from high school, and we had this conversation where I asked him, "With Echo, how does it feel like to be a parent at our age?" You know, and he had his firstborn, I think, when he was 28 or 29. 28, yeah, I think it was 28. He was 28 at the time. That's when he had his firstborn, and obviously, we are span.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'm asking him, Tejo, how does it feel like? He's like, my guy, his child was 1 year. I think it was last year when I asked him this question. And he said, my guy, haven't you seen Uguti Leampilo Lea being a pillar before? It's no longer the same life. Haven't you noticed, Uguti, I used to post a lot of myself at the groove, Namanto Mazan and all of that.
Sure.
But then
I was living
just
for
like
myself.
That, I was living for myself.
Then,
and just like that, it transitioned. So in summation of everything, he was just saying, you know what? Having a child pushes you to be a better person.
Yes.
I'm not saying that he's promoting
when you are ready, of course. Yes.
Yeah, but he was like, you don't have to, like, literally he was like, nah, when you have a child, trust me. And then this question came in my mind, Guti, you know, whether you are rich or poor, or whether you are not that well off financially, there's one thing that I've always asked myself, Guti, these people, let's say, for example, I take a rich person and a poor person or a broke person, right? And I put them together. They both have kids.
Okay.
You know? But how is it that they both survive no matter the circumstances? You know? I asked myself that question. And the answer to that question, it was actually what this guy said to me. As soon as you have somebody that you are raising,
yes, responsible,
you push even harder.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
And this one time I was like, you know, there's this family that I've always known, and trust me, as much as Bang and Annex, these people have lived, man, for years.
They managed,
you know, and I was like, how is it possible? How is it possible? There was one answer to it.
Yeah.
Only God made it possible, bro.
Only God. Yeah,
only God made it possible.
Sure.
Because now I'm like, MO, these people come to think about it, these people, you never hear Umtana Wabo saying, yesterday we went to bed hungry.
Or because I don't have uniform or don't
exactly.
all those things, yeah.
And you know, when it clicked, I know, I'm like, dude,
and
God
also
takes us through the most impossible situations.
Sure, he does, man. And
he literally feeds you when you don't have anything.
Exactly.
He brings someone into your life when you literally feel like you are stranded. Somebody to carry you, somebody to push you.
Sure.
And one thing that's going to happen is that that same motivation that you get from that person is not necessarily from that person. I normally meet people who actually say certain things to me, and they say, hey, Makai, whatever that you're going through, it will pass.
Yeah. Or
they just say, Guti, my guy, I just wanted to tell you that you're on the right path. Those people don't send themselves.
Sure, no. I always tell people
they don't send themselves. And trust me, getting to talk to my friend and asking him that specific question, Guti, how does it feel to be a parent? Hey, my dog, I think that's when it opened my eyes even more. But no. It doesn't necessarily mean you can always push even though ungena anybody to look after.
Okay.
But as soon as you have that push,
there's that.
You push even more.
Yes. So now I want to ask you, I want to take this route. I want to continue to what you just said.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to leave stuff behind.
Yeah.
After high school, you said you went to the Northwest.
University.
Yes. To do which
BCom Economics and Risk Management.
I say slow. BCom what?
BCom Economics.
I'm not
and Risk Management.
BCom
Economics
and
Risk Management.
And risk management. Oh, okay. Hey, Mara. Okay. And then how did that go? How did that one go?
So now,
because if we connect with
so now I understand.
Yeah.
My guy. I remember this one time saying I want to take it a bit back to when I was 15 years old. High school, I have a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Right. And men and I, we are competing. It's either he's number one or I'm number one.
Okay.
Like in terms of our marks.
Oh, okay. Which is
and
healthy.
We're pushing each
Which
other.
is healthy, yeah.
We are not best friends.
Yeah.
But a friendship here too, it became a best friendship as soon as like we kept on going through high school.
Okay.
So I say to him, he asked me, in fact, next year, what are we studying? Which stream are we following?
Yes.
Remember, we are in grade 9 now.
Yes.
We have to switch now.
Yes.
Our mindset, we now building towards the career.
Yes.
Career.
First year, what?
So he asked me this question, in fact, what are we? He doesn't say himself. When we touch it, he doesn't say when. He's like, what are we?
Yeah.
Going to take? Which direction are we taking?
Yeah.
And I'm like, my guy, you're on your own.
Yeah.
You're on your own. When chances are, because you love maths so much, you love science so much, chances are you are going for the maths and science.
Physics, what? Yeah.
I said to him, I want to study EP15. I want to study business management at a later stage. I want to be in business.
Yeah.
After studying, after tertiary and all of that. I want to do a business. And therefore, I'm going to take a business stream next year.
Okay.
In grade 10. Guess what happened? We took one decision to follow a science and maths and science.
So he convinced you on the other side?
In a way. I'm like, the competition is healthy. Why not continue?
Yeah.
Let me take him on.
Sure.
Took him on.
Sure.
Then now this time around, it's no longer a thing of number 1 and number 2.
Yes.
It's literally, I'm number 1. I rule here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm number 1.
Sure.
You will be number 2.
Hey.
And I keep on pushing. And the good thing about this healthy competition is that we used to push each other. We used to push each other. We'd say, fair to maths, let's rock maths. Hey, he understands maths better than me. But trust me, I understand everything else better than him. So whatever that he was saying, if let's say we are practicing maths, he is practicing as well. He's becoming better at it. And then if we're doing physics, I'm better at it.
Yes.
So meaning I'm practicing. With all the others, we are literally sharpening each other, but we are getting better and better and better and better and better.
You know, I want to disturb you there. I want to say something. You had a great friend.
Yeah.
That was a healthy competition. Because normally it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't happen like that. The types of friends that we normally have nowadays, you know, they don't want to see you do better than them.
Yeah.
They don't want to uplift you. They understand. Bafuna kusibona in aerial view.
Yeah.
You understand. So nina benine friendship that way. You guys, you wanted to see each other. You know, yes, ahead. Yeah, you understand. But so that I'm the only one. Yeah, you understand. So it was a healthy. Yes. I really appreciate. And
most definitely.
And those are the types of people and friends that you should have around you.
That's true.
Later in life, as you grow in your journey, exactly. I want to highlight that part. Those are the types of people that you must focus on. There can be competition, but it must be healthy in such a way that they can see where you are lacking. Yes, you are feeding off each other. I don't want to so you understand? So you guys you were building each other. Yes, continue, my guy.
Yeah, most definitely. So I was just saying, so that was my high school.
Yes.
Studied being funda in the science
stream, yeah.
And then I get to metric. In metric, I had business studies as my extra subject, as my 8th subject.
Oh, okay.
And so on. And now this guy, he decides to go to a college. He's not happy about certain things at the school anymore because they ask, most local cooler, you see, mistakes, you see all of those. It's like, nah, this is no longer aligned with me. Every time I would say, move me to a different college. Went to a different college. Now here I am. New competition comes in.
Yeah.
Is that guy that I was talking about, Law, We had a child at 28.
Oh, okay. This is now in NW now.
No. This is high school. It's
still in high school. It's still in
matric. We become closer.
Okay.
We were close
okay.
again. We were classmates and whatnot.
All right.
But in matric, he's now like, I'm in a phone go push.
Also, the other one leaves.
Oh,
he leaves. Doesn't complete this matric thing. Oh, because of whatever.
He goes to a college.
Oh, okay.
And
so
then this one says to me, I'm a dog. Man, I'm going to buy radiographer. I'm like, okay. This guy seems like he researched his Spansack very well.
Yeah.
Man, I'm like, I just want to study medicine. My mindset is something else. Like, I'm gonna apply for doctor and BCHP, and then I'm out. I'm like, and then it's like, you need to push harder, right?
And that's 7 years now.
So like I'm in dog.
Yeah, sure.
And then we become tight now.
Yeah.
You start pushing together, and then he decides he had already chosen a maths literacy for Elon for his during his matric. And it was like, I'm gonna need to push harder. Because now maths literacy, they want higher marks.
Yes.
And then when I at least think I know 50% but in fact to go medicine now. Then we apply. Okay, I didn't get to apply early. He applies and then joins this thing this camping thing,
Okay.
They do all of that. Program
yes.
And then gets used to it, goes there every now and then. And I'm like, hey, this guy is serious. I mean, I little talk to Ngata says on Klula because now my June marks, they were not
make sure.
I apply, get rejection letters, and then here we are, it's January, and Spasile Simnand. The marks aren't so good. Then I go to Evits and I'm like, hey. Then they're like, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's how I got to
NW now.
They are open for elite application and it's in certain streams only. Mangfiga, they're like, we have in. And I was like, okay, can I have IT? But IT, unfortunately. So you have your choice from this. And then at first I had to apply for international trade, get accepted for BCom in international trade, right? Economics and international trade.
Okay.
And then after that, I felt that it's not as challenging. I had to challenge myself now to say, hey. And I was convinced by a friend of mine. He was my roommate at the time. He says to me, Ntwana, you can switch from international trade in the second semester to risk management. You qualify. Also, you're already in the system. You can actually switch. Like, bring it on.
Which campus is this? Is it the one in Val? The Val campus. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know that one. I don't live far from there.
Yeah.
Yes. I used to go to VUT.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so VUT is yeah. So if you say this one, then I know very well.
So now,
all right.
So Lesotho convinces me, and boom, I apply, get accepted for Elon. The switch.
Yes, the switch.
Degree switch.
Yeah.
Either way, I had most of my first semester modules were covered with risk management. Okay. However, there's only one module which was missing, which was risk management itself. Okay. So I couldn't do a second semester risk management. I had to do risk management itself, the module corner in the second year.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that I do it first semester, second semester, and then, but the others being right. So I continued up until I got to finish like years later.
Okay.
However, risk was it was a mission to win.
So now you managed to complete. I
managed to complete, yes.
This is now 2000 and what?
This is now 2017.
You are much younger than me. So this is where now. I have to ask around the timeline.
Yes, later.
Yes. This is 2017.
It's 2017.
Okay.
So at some point, like I failed a modular risk, had to repeat it, and then the years added.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where to from here? Now you have completed your studies now. Where to from here?
So Here's the part that I never touched.
Okay. Can always
get to
go back.
varsity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Get to varsity. Something in me says, get a job, man, dog. Linda Bayako.
Yeah.
Come now. I keep on searching for jobs for my first years. There's nothing around campus. Okay, it's not a big deal. I keep on, like I'm hustling.
You want a part-time job or what?
Part-time
or
job.
you want a
I just
part-time?
need something to keep me. I don't bother my parents that much.
Oh,
I just give them with, no, pay school fees. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry. As long as my school fees is paid, rest fees are paid.
Yes.
In grand. Don't worry.
All right,
I don't want to bother them over and over. They goes RCP.
Yeah.
So I need that extra cash.
Yes.
I'm like, come October, there's this interest basketball tournament.
Okay.
Then they make an announcement. We need somebody who's going to manage our social media pages and be the manager of the team, meaning the caretaker of the team. For in case if we would see like a kid I was wrong, this person need to pick up this kid, and then I keep it I package a grandy on match day. This person needs to take care of the team. Melan letela manzi,
England basketball.
Is it?
No, I didn't want to disturb you, but let me just put it in there. I was playing basketball VUT. Basketball is what brought me all the way from PE to VUT.
And your
but
country
Uflosh Mwenya.
I couldn't understand.
What are you trying to say?
So much in common. We have this.
The connection. I thought I was like, don't disturb him, but he's like, no, I have to put it in there. No, but Coach Flosh, great coach. He made me a much better player, man.
Dude,
when I came, I was
many players.
Yeah, man. When I came, I was just raw. I don't want to say talent, but I was just raw skills, right?
My guy.
And I didn't have that much background of a well-structured, plays and doing. So yeah, then here I was. And VUT is one of the top schools in the country. So
they've been taking first position ever since.
Exactly. That's what I mentioned in one of the episode, right? Yeah. So I'm glad that at least you are a witness. I was not lying, right? So yeah, I was, but now, and I was surrounded by the best players in the country, man. So I had to pick up my socks. I had to learn. I had to. You understand when I say adapting to me?
Yeah? I need to hear your story.
Yeah,
no. But it's a story for another thing.
It's a story for another thing. Yeah. So yeah. So I was playing, but I understand. So I understand. I wanted to say I understand.
So we get it.
Yeah, I get it.
I apply for that. I go to this gentleman, Mr. Franz Matloch. He was the coach, and
so that was the coach of the interview.
The interview team, and then he was the head of basketball. And I go to him and say, I heard you say this thing, and mind you, you know when God says something is yours, he makes sure that you get it.
Yes,
he prepares you early.
Yes,
you know what I did at the beginning of the year? I opened my own page. Facebook.
Okay,
and mind you, back then only artists and whatnot could do that. I opened my page. I managed it as a motivational page, share scriptures and whatnot. So I was being prepared. But at the end of the year, towards the end of the year, this is something similar that you're gonna have to deal with. And then I go to him, like,
here's the portfolio also.
I'm like to him, no, I have the experience of running a Facebook page. I have this, I have this, I have this. And he's like, how do you run a Facebook page? I'm going to show you something.
Yeah.
Then I give him the dynamics. Pela, whenever we post something on the page, you have friends on it.
Yeah.
I have friends. The team, the players, they have friends. So what we can do is that we can push them, share these things.
Yes.
Yeah, post and you just share. All you just have to do so that we get the interactions between the people around us.
Then
we
get
to attract people to focus on our page. And also we need to change this profile picture needs to be 1, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah.
You see, I'm advising him about this. It's like, damn, this guy is
wild. Yeah.
I'm like, now that opportunity came, when he did an interview, it was literally like, what? Are you serious? Like, I can do this, I can do that. Lento ifuna, I can literally just do it right in front of you. Can you please upload these pictures? Upload the pictures.
Right there and there.
Can you please? Then I say, I'm going to go to your profile now, and then I'm going to share this thing. Bam.
Alive.
Talk to the team now. Guys, please share.
Yeah.
Into so I'm gonna tell my friends to share, and then tomorrow we're gonna check the interactions. We're gonna check my
likes and my comments and all these things.
I'm analytics and what's
yeah.
And this guy's like, yeah, this guy's
shocked. He's shocked. Yeah,
you're hired on the spot.
Yeah.
You are the only person that came here.
Sure.
You are the only person that approached me.
And who came red? And who came red? Yeah.
Sure. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then we happened to establish a basketball tournament. Okay. So throughout my
tertiary life,
I was working. I was working.
That was the part-time job.
That was the part-time job. And I was earning money. And then obviously it's easy to just do them for myself.
Yes, like buying clothes for yourself,
parents
you know.
Be like, Then only later then I tell my parents, hey, second year, I get in my second year, I get a second job to be a first year's mentor. Yeah.
Okay.
Academic mentor.
Yeah.
Development and what's not. And then this gentleman gives me a vision of what I want this team to be like this. Then I commit myself, I push the team. Then I'm busy. Mind you, I'm studying. Push Spanish basketball. Basketball is only after hours, man. During
the day,
I'd schedule my meetings with my first year
students,
and then just help them certain homework, certain explanations,
tutorials,
tutorials here and there. You don't really have to do much. Just that 1 hour, you get that $50 per day.
Yeah. Which is something back then. It's something.
And then
as a
when
student,
you get paid a good $500.
Yes.
At the end of the month. Now you are earning that extra fee from
sure,
big time. And so we build this brand here, basketball. It grows, it becomes huge, and then now, at the time when I finished my degree, I'm still working for the same institution that gave me that degree. And now this time I'm fully in. We have this beautiful tournament that's going on. Now my focus is no longer just I just graduated.
You pay a degree.
You get it. So now my focus is now, my love for sports has now developed into something else that could make me money, or that could make me a better person. So this tournament, this gentleman, at first he said to me, my vision is to pay for all my teams, my players.
My players.
Yeah, for their fees. Yeah, I want to be able to recruit any player, and I'll be able to pay for their fees for the rest of their loan. And with that vision, I was like, if vision is enough, that's it. That's all I need. I'm gonna make sure, Guti, with my help, you get whatever that you want.
Can I point out something?
Yeah.
Because so far when I listen to your story, look, not every story, I guess not every story, I'm talking to you guys also, right? Not every story you're going to be hearing ngaso up showing it's all about struggles. Now we must always struggle. You understand? I guess you are going to hear great stories, and we hope to hear great stories, right? Also, right? Which will motivate.
Yeah.
And one of the things I've picked up in you had a great background, supportive parents, Tontoni, who were willing to, you know, everything, the foundation was there.
Yeah.
But what I liked about you so far, and what I commend you for is normally kids who get all the resources, so to speak, the basic resources and whatnot, they tend to lazy around. You understand? True. They tend to not to take advantage of this great situation. You have two parents who love you, who are supporting you, take you to great schools, boarding school, you are passing also. But they tend to not to go anywhere because they are supposed to use that foundation as a springboard. Something to you get what I'm saying?
Yes. Hop on and
to hop on and jump as far as they can.
Yeah.
So what I like about you didn't fall into that trap of let's say Tembi money so mama wami. You understand? There's kids who literally kill their parents for that money. They think now the parents' possessions are theirs. But they are not required to make their life of their own. So when you took a different route, this is, as I'm listening to you, you had a drive early. And I didn't want to disturb you as we were speaking, but it is very important that I highlight. We always hear this thing of when students complete their studies, and then when they apply for these jobs, and then their jobs, and then the organizations there, they will ask. They always complain, the students. They always ask us about what is their work experience. Where did I work? This is now how you can do it. This is exactly the way. I wanted to highlight that part, that this is the other way of doing it, guys. You don't just go to class and then your classes end around 2, 3. Now there's nothing. On weekends, ushaipi, and then you're relaxing. You understand? True. You need to learn. You need to find yourself. That stage of your life, it's all about finding yourself. Definitely. You see, with me, I was playing basketball. That's what occupied me. And that was my vehicle in my success journey. Yeah. When now you occupied yourself with something outside of the classroom. Definitely. You are doing something. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So you can get these small jobs. You can apply yourself konala eskolweni. Which is exactly what he did. So I want to highlight that was your work experience. You get what I'm saying? That's something you could have put in a CV and say, no, this is what I did. This is what I managed. Yeah. Don't. If you were looking for a job after, you get what I'm saying?
People don't understand.
But what I like about you, I just want to emphasize this part of, I like the drive. You had the drive early. Guys, if you gotta want this thing. You have to want this thing. You have to want the success for yourself, not the parents to push you. Your parents were not pushing you from behind. Exactly. As I'm listening to you, they were like, nowhere. They were hustling, like you were saying. Okay, we'll put him in the boarding school if we have to, but as long as we just don't want to get in the way. Yeah. But they had a good child who was willing to push himself. And you learn to be independent. I'm just highlighting the things that are great things that are great about you on your journey so far. You were independent at an early stage. Say, I'm going to hustle for my pocket money. I don't want to bother them. I know they're giving, but I don't want to bother them, man. You are learning to be independent. You understood the principle, the assignment early. You get what I'm saying? Hey, my guy. I'm fit. I'm fit. Congrats to you, man. And I just wanted to emphasize that to the guys who are in university. Yeah. You can do those things. You have skills. Don't box yourself into this diploma or degree that you are studying. Most definitely. Land you are studying, it's not even your strength. Bro. Some of us, I don't wanna, chemistry is not my passion, but I've gone as far as, getting a job overseas. But it's not my passion. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, I had this basketball thing on the side, which was fulfilling me. Exactly. There is something that you are good at. Look for that thing. Don't be frustrated by the studies only. Hey, my guy. You get what I'm saying? So, but I just wanted to, that was very important for me to highlight. It's very important that I highlight that, man. Yeah, dude. You had those skills early on.
The drive comes.
Yes, the drive. You gotta have the drive.
One thing that played a major role in that. Yeah. And which is something that I'd advise any parent. You do not limit your children, your kids. Allow your kids to dream. Allow them to see life beyond what it is now. Yes. And also another thing that I think that built the person that I am. Leadership camps. Okay. From an early age, there are youth camps, church camps, and what's not. Let the kids attend those. You will see the results. Sure. Don't say what just because in 1,000 rand, Christmas, instead of buying those Christmas clothes, buy 2-3
invest. That's an investment in his character, in his leadership. Yes,
the same child will be something in life. Will be somebody in that community. Yes, either an entrepreneur or a leader in the community.
You are investing.
So these leadership camps,
they are important.
That people organize. Don't be afraid to say, I 2,000 rand. Let me just put it in there. Let your child attend that.
You don't know. Expose it to as many things as possible. Basically,
they have questions. Remember, kids.
They have questions that you cannot answer now. So it's better to just put them in those camps so that maybe this question will be answered.
With their peers, they hear all these stories. They hear all these things. They hear, my parent is a businesswoman. My parent is a businessman. Whatever. And we have always this question. And like, my businesswoman, they have to study for that or this and this. Certain questions they come and you don't have answers to them. Yeah. And then when you take them to such when you give them such platforms, you allow them to say, man, in actual sense, somebody can answer these questions for me. And then this is where the drive now is built. It's because of such things. Leadership. I've attended a lot of leadership camps, a lot of youth camps, and I'm a camps and all of that.
No, man, I can tell by you. That's why I was highlighting this thing of the drive that you have.
Yeah.
You're a visionary. You know, you don't wait for opportunity. You create opportunities for yourself. So, yes.
Yeah.
So it's believable. I understand where is that coming from. Now, now I want to move forward. Ne? So now you're saying you are done. You're graduate.
Yeah.
And then
there's still that job.
Yeah. So now where do you go?
I push this job until
the one that you were doing at school. Okay.
So now that I graduated, I'm thinking, let me do my honors degree.
Okay.
But I don't want to do it here. This place has become so much. I've been here for 5 years, working here for this long.
Yeah.
And now I feel like it's draining.
Yeah, you need to change the environment.
I want to change the environment. Now I challenge myself.
Yes.
KZN.
Okay. Yeah, man. Okay.
KZN.
Okay.
Going to KZN. It was really.
Yeah.
Get an honors, study honors in economics now. But unfortunately, I couldn't finish it.
Oh, okay.
I was failing.
Yes, sir.
My mind wasn't
where was
the
this
right place.
Where was this mind?
My mind was in a corporate space. I want this. I had so many ideas.
Yeah.
But no, man. This thing is I just need, maybe this is meant to be just a break from the life that I lived for 5 years. Maybe I just need a break and something will come up. You know, so I have business ideas with, okay, maybe I should create a brand for e-keeper. I design, I sit in front of the computer almost every night. Sometimes I plomela and I play games. I have to study. I don't have the energy to. I understand. You understand, I know. But as soon as I get to test, my mind is somewhere else. You get it?
Yes.
And so I couldn't complete my honors degree because of that. And the good thing that came out of this is my passion for food.
Okay.
It starts to build up from then. Stress, I cook.
Okay. This is you now at the res. You're staying at the res now. Yes. This is you now at the res there. In case
so now
you are cooking now. Yeah.
Cook. Look for recipes on YouTube. Hey, get a menu from, let's say, any other restaurant. Like, what's the most amazing restaurant in Joburg? Search for this. Check their menu. It's ish. Which one has lesser ingredients than I search? Okay, let's say chicken carbonara, for example.
Yeah.
Chicken carbonara.
And you are not like, but you are not. This thing just started now. At while you were in KZN.
While I'm
not because I'm No. Okay.
Like
now it's like it crept in that time. Okay.
Like, all right. So now I make these things and then
okay.
You get sendela imnganam ngishaya 3 course meal. Hey, what did you do? Fit khona into ngibona ngahlanganisa. Now in excuse me, but it tastes great.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, I know. I like it. Now this guy, he gets a job. A friend of mine, KP, he gets a job.
So this is a friend in KZN or
no, a friend
based in
Oseval.
Oh, okay.
Now I should say,
yeah.
So I left this job.
Yes.
And then what they said to me, they said, you can continue organizing the tournaments with us. But either way, it's like vele singahambile kule span. And then I continued working for them, like for my tournaments only for like up until lockdown happened in 2020.
Oh, okay.
So in 2020, I was meant to organize like the week. That week, the last week when they made that announcement, the following week. That week, we had a meeting on the 17th of March, and this gentleman said, unfortunately, we can't go further. The sponsor said we can't go further. And the tournament was supposed to start that week.
Okay.
You understand? So now, this guy, KB, gets a job. Gets a job at some blue restaurant there. At the mall, La Peval.
Okay.
He he's like it's just for seasonal thing.
Okay.
It's just for December.
Oh, okay.
Gets a job there. He meets the sushi chef.
Oh.
Sushi chef tells him, I like the way the way you sell your sushi, my guy. I love it. You are the only person who's interested with sushi, but you are to sell it. And you are selling it so well. I have this proposal for you. This proposal, nah. You know what's the proposal?
They are telling your friend this thing.
Yeah. You know what's the proposal?
Yeah.
The proposal is this. It's this. Here's the proposal. Let's do our own thing. We'll go to my events. You will sell it. Your friends, you can tag any other friend. You guys will sell it. I will make it. Chef,
the chef of that restaurant is telling your friend this thing. Okay.
The chef's name is Jonito.
Okay, Jonito.
Right?
He's South African.
He's South African. His name is John. He's John Mufuke.
Okay.
So that's where the name
John who?
John Mufuke.
Oh, a black guy also. Okay.
So that's how the name Jonito Sushi came about.
Oh, okay.
So his proposal was, the name of the business is Jonito Sushi Makai. Into it.
All right, sharp.
KV says, I know someone who's very passionate about
food.
The only thing he has never sent me is a picture of him making sushi.
Sushi, yes.
So that means he can't make it. Let me ask him if he would like to learn how to make it.
Yeah.
On the spot, I said yes. Yeah. Can you please design? I know for sure when Unsomu gets into my computer, please design the logo, please design whatever, please do paperwork, a company and what the company is all about. But we need to sit down first. It's like, we don't have to sit down. Just design a logo. We'll choose which logo to use and then we'll start posting it online. Yeah. KB is a co-creator. He doesn't say no to anything.
Yeah.
You tell him, with KB, let's go. He says, as long as it's reasonable and it's going to make us money, let's go.
Yeah.
So Jonito sits, I send him the logo. He likes this one. Then he sits me down. He sits us all down. With December 2018. Gents, here's the idea. You guys will sell, then I will make.
Okay.
And then basically that's how the business was born.
Okay. Yeah.
Around 2018 with December, we sat down, we agreed what our duties. Kuzovula ubani bani uzotila nge-marketing, ubani bani uzotila nani, wena uzotila nani. Makumele senze so na so, this is what your job is. So that at first, there were 7 of us.
Where were you guys based?
We were based in the Val.
Based in the Val. I just want to make sure that I follow you correctly. Yeah. Okay, so you are still based in the Val.
We were based in the Val. However, at the time, remember, being Safuna, UK. Yeah. And now it to me, it's like, yo, into zam zeskela
sihlangana, yeah.
And it's a tough decision to make. Do I still continue trying to win their honors degree over?
Yeah.
Or share and focus on something that has
fulfills you also.
Yeah. So when you talk about something, and Uzwa, everything is just flowing freely.
Yeah, like when I talk about podcasts, I get carried away. You remember, we almost got lost coming in because I'm here.
Because
yes, I know.
You feel it.
Yes, you feel it. Yes.
So now it takes me back to what I was saying with you. You know, when something is meant for you, God will always guide you.
Yes.
So God prepared me early.
Yes.
Uthi nayi into la ukudla.
Yeah.
Right? Ukudla, and therefore you decide if you want to turn this into a business or what.
Yeah.
Kanti and I had planned ukuthi the vision that you had was grade 9.
Yeah.
It's now coming to reality. Young John.
Sure.
So here it is.
Sure.
You said you want to have a business, push a business of your own, and you don't really want to go to work.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
You said it at the age of 15.
The things you say with your mouth, they matter.
Years later.
Manifestation.
Years later.
Laws of attraction.
10 years later.
Put it out in the universe. You put it out there.
It comes into reality.
Yes.
You get it?
Yeah.
And so now, here's this business now. Open social media pages and what's on what. You start pushing now. Not much chance. And then 2019, we UK but I don't tell my parents good time and I'm not registering. Ne? And then my parents asked me, should we send you email for a registration? Oh, how much should we send you for a registration?
Yeah.
Long, everything. Yeah, money. Maybe.
Are they aware of this side hustles? Will make it like will make it side
but they're
hustle
not
for
supportive of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I made them aware. What December I sat them down and said, "Hey, being in a meeting, my chance like they think of opening a sushi bar."
Yeah. Plus, Anita Ichoilega.
Yeah, my friends
still new.
So I start now. It's 2019 now, and I'm like, then in March, I'm like, no man, let me open a Twitter page.
Okay.
Right, because I'm a chance available for Facebook, Instagram. Let me open a Twitter page for this business. Open a Twitter page. Then I push my followers. I get 100 followers in March. Right?
From where are you selling this sushi now? Are you selling it from the...
No. We are now, at this time, we are mobile. We are just mobile.
Oh, it's mobile.
There's a part that I actually skipped.
Yes.
So, December, we went to at one of the events that was in the Val.
Okay.
And in this case, I had to come all the way from KZN to a valley, and then Menano John, right? The other guys, Basaspanin and all of that, Menano John, we just go there, we like an event, and then we do a setup, and people are passing by, we need sushi, you know? And then slow say, other people say, other people, they do not really buy. Majority didn't buy. We literally made 3 dishes that day.
Okay. Sure.
And guess how much money did we make? 0. We didn't make any money. We didn't sell anything.
Sure.
We just gave it out.
Yeah. As samples, basically. Yeah.
And they were like, it's so amazing, so beautiful. Then Kings of War gone. So that's what happened. And then now I open a Twitter page, we get to 100 followers.
Yeah.
I post that we reached 100 followers on Twitter. Merchants, they lost their minds. Now everybody's head is back in the business now. All along we were quiet.
Yes. Yeah. It looks like it's not a good idea.
Everybody's like, now we need to do this. Start organizing an event for June 16. Sushi and comedy. We do that event, Sassolberg. A few people come through, but then now the dishes, this is where now we take content for social media. Take pictures of people, take pictures of the chef. We hired a professional photographer, by the way, at the time. In Yugaiko, but there's this lady, there's this gentleman who said, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to take content for you for free. You guys don't have to pay me. And then I'm going to give you all the pictures.
That's good.
Get all the pictures.
Yeah.
That's why I said, I questioned them. How is it possible that this family,
yes,
but they're able to
manage? Yes.
So God actually sent somebody to say, it's fine. So I'm totally content.
As long as you guys, God just needs you to initiate, to take action. Exactly. He will take care of the rest. He will take care of. He knows what you need. I always say, he knows.
They just showed up.
When I just stand up. Yes.
So now we do this event, and then before the event, Jonito had disappeared for quite some time, Alabama phone and all of that. And then we get a radio interview. The day before interview, Jonito contacts us and say, I heard you guys have an interview tomorrow. You'll find me at the studio.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I sat him down and said, you've been quiet for quite some time. This time around, le business we are now a brand.
Yeah.
We are now a brand, so therefore we need to take care of this brand. There's no more disappearing. Mind you, at this time we don't know how to make sushi, all of us, but we are ready to host that event, whether we know or we don't. We are ready to go to that event, make that sushi, whether we are ready, we know how to make it or not. We are ready.
This thing has to happen.
And God brought back Jonito
comes back. Sensei.
I'm like, I told him to say, Fitz, the business is not registered.
Yeah.
And we need to fix it. We need to get things in line. So we're giving you a year. We'll be consistent. And then we're going to include you as part of the business registration team.
Yes.
Like a registered team, you're going to be part of that team.
Yes.
Yeah. Because now, You called us. He said, "Naive vision."
Yes.
You gave us everything. And then you disappear on us. Huh? So now here we are. We're pushing this thing. The event becomes a success because it happened. And yeah. It's pushy.
Okay.
Social comedy a success.
The exposure now.
Now we have
spread.
content for days. Now we can talk to, start talking to people.
Yeah.
And then in August, we talked to one of our friends that we went to university now, and he says we are hosting 1, 2, 3 speed dating, and then now we're going to need Isushi to be part of the whole setup. Like, okay, bring it on. Saya, we do the thing, more content for us. The following day, the other guys is booking, they're organizing something. We go to booking, we prepare. So
now the word is spreading around.
And now the word is spreading. However, all of this has a purpose. Is booking, here's what we get. A business model or a business strategy or a strategy is because we get this clearly. And then we tell these guys, hi man, how about Nina, you buy a plate from us, we're selling it to the organizers of the event. You buy a plate for us, and then you guys will pay for whatever. How much is your plate? To be like, it's $500. It's not a lot. And like, okay. It's in ring on my chance. This guy goes, ring on my chance. My chance what now? We can't buy. Tell them to go and sell the product. They have a product, yabo. They were able to sell it to us, to sell us the idea to us. Sibakaili space. Now they want to sell us Elon, a plate. Tell them to sell the product. This guy comes back to us like, Chance, here's the thing. My partners are not agreeing with me. We can't buy it. Go and sell your product. Business strategy comes there. A strategy to now go to the customers, not wait for our customers to come. Say, would you like to have some sushi? Yeah. I need sushi. Now I tell you what the sushi is. Hey. And now we realize, here's one thing that I realized. I was like, at that specific moment, I was like, the reason why we are doing this is because the main reason why we opened this business was not necessarily to make money out of it or whatsoever. However, yes, it was there. Yes. Your idea. Yes. But it was not primarily to make a lot of money out of it. It was money driven. It wasn't really money driven. All that was there. It was the people that we are selling it to. Our customer base. We are selling it ekas. Smoking kukas. Yes. You get it. And people kukas, they grew up thinking that sushi is all about raw fish, it's all about seafood and all of that. And also so can only be afforded by for wealthy people, so to speak. So what I did, what we did, right, was that we now found ourselves teaching. Because exactly. So we see associate nabantu we are teaching. Yes. Abantu more about sushi. Educating. Yes. More than just selling the product. Changing the mindset. So now at this specific event, it's petit sushi and a fish at all. Doesn't have fish, it doesn't have any seafood. We just made it. There's fruits, there's this and this and this. Okay. And then the main question or the biggest question was, if it doesn't have fish, then what makes it sushi? Yeah. What qualifies it to be sushi? Yeah. Right? Hey, now I'm young this. And so now it pushed me to go and do a research. Now, I also asked this gentleman from our Ujonito, go my first event. That first event, I was like, why is it called sushi if it doesn't have a raw fish? And he said to me, I was young. What we were being taught or what we were told, we didn't understand what sushi is a Japanese meal, and it consists mainly of is seasoned rice by seasoning rice vinegar. They use rice. There's a specific vinegar that they use to season it so that it doesn't spoil too quick and it remains moist. So it preserves it. So rice vinegar, instead, like to prepare that rice vinegar, they use a sugar and salt. They add sugar and salt, then they just boil it here and there. Like they just boil it for some time, not necessarily boil, but they keep it warm so that sugar can dissolve into it, and then they cook the rice. Also, the rice is cooked. Yeah, the rice is cooked. You can't eat rice and then they add it to that cooked rice. And mind you, layer rice layer, you don't just cook it from a stove sack. It has a specific stove and a pot. A stove lesana, you just turn it on, and then when the rice is ready, or aman's more pela will layer rice, it kicks it out. Like it kicks out it works like that.
Oh, same thing.
Like let's switch off. But this one, it keeps the rice warm. So yeah. So he gave me that direction with this is what makes it a sushi basically. It just has to have this sushi in order this rice in order for it to be called a sushi. Go to Enofaga and it's up to you. So that's the education part now. Now we have to impart this this knowledge to our customers, to Labantas Patingisela.
But understand.
And the people, they understand.
Yeah.
Yes. And therefore we teach them, it's okay. So this one is so. Now they start buying. I'm sure now we said we don't want to wait for our customers to come to us. We are going to them. And thanks to those guys, because had it not been for them, we are trapped. Store. That's what. So now it gave us also, it built also a confidence here to go to. You can approach any customer. Any customer you talk to them with, hey, we have this and this and this and this, this type of sushi, this type of sushi. What do you think?
Then manje again, since well and Bomkela, you were telling me in the car, you guys started as 7 guys.
7 guys.
And then the number started going down.
Yeah. So the number started going down simply because of we all have different backgrounds. We all have different visions. Along the way, the visions change. Yes. Along the way, hey, this business is not giving me what it's supposed to give me.
Yeah.
I'm expecting this business to give me, let's say, imali yokubhatala rent.
Yeah, or remote.
And this business is not even and this business is not even doing that. So some of them fell off because of that. Others they fell off because of maybe the business was just taking too much of their time. And it's taking time for me. In a way, you know, so it's gonna take out food off my mouth, and it's not even making that much. It's not worth my time. A chance. Others, the other guy, was because of his scale. He was like, nah, I want to focus on school. And then the following one is like, unfortunately, Chance, I can't help you anymore. I can't be part of you anymore. Then he left, and then the other guy was like, I feel like this thing,
and then that left you by yourself, or
it left the 3 of us.
This is the 3 of us.
That's Jonito, KB, and myself.
Yeah.
Then we keep running, and then we keep going to different places, man. We are advertising this. We are putting it out there. When Apitori, Maboloka, which is Le Eprets, it's a village in Makai.
Okay.
We are born with come on.
I don't know. Yeah.
I still have this. There's this other picture that I have. Hey, it's me and KB, just the 2 of us. Yeah. So how I forgot to get to how I got to learn how to make this. So one thing actually John, one day you're not gonna be around like because I was Spanish because you have work. So you must teach me. So whenever we went to all those, when I was booking,
so that you are hands on.
So I used to ask him, let me see hands on. I still have a picture where I'm surrounded by emergency and cutting slices sushi. And all of this happens. I learn how to make this within a space of 2 months. Because by September, end of September, I could go to any event. Just the 2 of us, men and KP. And we can
pull it off.
Make sales. Young Todd. I remember this one time, there was this other gin festival, I think, Elon, Ebram. We went there, made a killing, and then we ran out of stock early. And then we had to leave Istolse to go and buy stock. And while we were going to buy stock, we went to a pub and restaurant somewhere there, on Chuta Street.
Yeah,
we went there, spoke to the guys. They were like, "Bring it on. Tuesday we have a meeting, Nisenzeli tasting, and then we put you on." They put us on. We continued working with them up until such a time when this was in 2019, by the way. All happened in 2019. And up until such a time when we got Elon in the Sofen pub. So at the end of August, there's I'm going back now. But see, now it started with that one gig.
Okay.
That one gig. End of August, we got a regular gig now every Sunday. Sassolbeck.
Oh, okay.
Young Soul, Sassolbeck. We get this Sunday gig, and then we get this weekend gig now from other places. So it would be in Braamfontein maybe Friday, Saturday, and then on Sunday, Sila, where we know what we are popular, Sassolbeck. And then, so it used to work that way up until such a time when now there's the three of us now.
Now,
no
KB,
then,
no John.
Yeah. So we approach this whole thing.
Yeah, I was coming there now.
Yeah,
now how do you let out this whole thing? Nice place.
So this whole thing has been there, has been existent for the longest of time.
Okay.
So ever since, obviously, we hear about it on radio and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. A well-marketed place. And I was like, KB says to me, there's this other place, at Cleckstop. KB says to me, let's send them a proposal.
Yeah.
This gentleman, na number yake, na in. Okay, send them a proposal. I read the proposal. And I'm like, nah, man, there's this place around here. It is so thing. Let me find out the information. Go on Google. Like, yes, here's the email. Take that. And then the same email that I sent to the guy at Clockstop, I just changed it to, we believe that it is Open Pub and Restaurant is an establishment that can house and that can embrace a brand as in our vision as well. And it can help us go. It's classy, matured.
Yeah.
And it's for the matured crowd.
Yeah.
We are selling something that fits in with their class.
Yes.
A sushi. Guess what?
Standard.
Guess what?
Yeah.
I don't go back to my emails, and this guy says to me, hasn't that guy from Cleckstop responded? I'm like, nah, he hasn't. Bam, this whole thing email. It says come on Sunday.
Yeah,
it was sent 2 days back. And you check out.
Yes, sir. So
when you put it's on a Thursday now. Call this guy. Sure. 1, 2, 3. We make arrangements. Next up. We'll come. Sunday we had this whole thing. It's December. Busy time.
This is which year now? 2019 still. Yeah, still okay, still 2019.
We get there. Tina sisitshela ukuthi but it's so shy taste.
Yeah, kancane nje. Just nje.
We get there, and on that day we were supposed to be in Sassolbeck, watch apps. And we were supposed to be in Sassolbeck. Okay. You know what happened that day? As soon as we got into a taxi going back to the van, it started raining heavily in Sassolbeck. Heavily. Jebs had to
cancel.
But whatever packed his sound. So that's what happened.
Sure.
So I'm like, so basically, even if Uguti Besiele, Sishiele, kusho ukuthi must and
lost out on this new relationship
now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it was a new door this side.
New door.
Yeah.
And from then onwards, when they said, no, we didn't want you to come and sample. We wanted you to come and sell. We believe that you gave it such a good image. We thought that you guys are a huge business. Like, we're only studying. We are just a year old.
Yeah.
Like, oh, really? No, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Then we get there, we do our thing on a Thursday now.
Yeah.
Come back on a Thursday, do our thing. Still remember it was 12th of December. The 12th of December, 12th or 13th of December. and we do our thing. For the first time ever since we've been doing this hop-ons, hop-offs, we felt at home. Because we made imali that we've never made before. Good money.
Okay.
And then we sat down, man, and we were like, dog, with this money, let's buy equipment for our merchants. For Ucho Nitongara and that other guy who's helping him. Let's buy equipment for them. When I was spanning all equipment, let's operate in 2 places every Sunday. Because Leah is an every Sunday gig.
Yes,
this one is a weekend gig.
Yes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then guess what? The biggest challenge through all of this, accommodation number 1.
Yeah.
Transport.
Ish.
You'd literally find us slowly a train station Epitori.
Hey, when?
Security would open for us ngama AMs. It's be a good event. As long as not only transport you figure it out. Sorted. You are from Atteridgeville, transport drop it down. And then
Sure.
no kayo security deployment. Yes, chill. 3 o'clock, it's going to be train for a
Sure. It is keeper, boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big time. It was not an easy journey throughout.
Yeah.
Obviously, you might think, hey, this guy. Yeah, but there are certain things that may lose mail.
You need to withstand.
These things they happen.
Nah.
These things they happen.
So the one in Sasolburg still ongoing.
Now it's I don't think it's ongoing anymore.
Okay.
Because now it happened that we had issues after a lockdown where lockdown happened. And one thing, the greatest things to ever come out of a lockdown, because now we had already secured Idisofing.
Yes.
And Idisofing was now our home. As soon as they said level 4, Utevza called us and says, come back, guys.
Yeah.
Ugudla is being sold. Let's do it deliver.
Okay.
Came back, Sapusha.
Oh,
and now that's when now we start realizing what this brand is getting bigger.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, so it's also back, died out then. And then Uchon decided, my feet.
Yeah.
Grand,
yeah.
But I heard now he's pushing Ekharankua now currently.
Oh, okay.
And then OKP, we had complications about accommodations. Where he used to stay, he couldn't stay anymore.
Yeah.
And then he decided, let me go back home. Went back home and stop.
Oh, okay.
So he went back home.
Okay.
We had at the time when you left, we had already hired staff to work for us. We had hired 4 people to come and help us with the sales, because now he staged the lockdown most in the we don't have the capacity anymore. We need delivery. We need sit in. So now, in order for us to handle, like if let's say and now is calling us to come and assist in the menu, understand what we explain. So we need to have those people to do that for us.
Yes.
And then Tina, if we get the order delivery, we just make the order delivery lana, package it, and then we just drop it off with delivery side. You understand? So now the business model starts switching to change. We need to adapt to new changes.
Yes.
And so we kept on pushing. And then until Kibi had issues, and then Masalani staff.
Okay.
Then I decided, no. I need to get another chef now.
Yeah.
This work is too much. And then that's what happens over time.
Oh.
I was at times you decide, this is what I want. From a cameraman, from any sun manager, it grows over time.
Sure.
And the only thing that will keep you pushing is the discipline. Yeah. And if there's one thing that one person once said to me, it was that, Metok, whether there's money or there's no money, whether you have a guest or not, always show up.
Always show up.
You don't have a choice. You always show up. Yeah.
And the discipline, it's something, man, that you do something, whether you feel like it or you don't feel like it. You must just stay consistent. Yes, you must just stay consistent. So before we run out of time, man, I think we have maybe about, let's say 10 minutes now. I just want to touch on because that's where we're going now. After this session, I told I'm gonna keep my appetite. I'm gonna keep my appetite because I want that sushi. Sushi, but I just want to touch on something different. Love life. Where are we in love life? Because you have mentioned ukuthi yazi imate lana or yazi ifro lana or yazi incosi la, because I heard you asking your friend about parenthood and so where are we in that on that side?
I don't think I like talking about my love life.
Okay.
It's too bumpy, but it's something that I'll reserve for another day.
Okay. All
right.
However,
there is a person that I'm seeing.
Okay.
There is a person that I'm seeing.
All right.
But I mean, along the way, I lost partners.
Yes.
And, recently I had just broken up with my partner. Yeah. Somebody who was there when the business was not even there. When the business was just starting, the person who has been supporting, there were times when I didn't have money and I have to borrow from this person. And like they'll always be there either way. And so, because now the business had started demanding so much of me. I started now putting too much focus on the business. I ended up forgetting with I have a life, but not necessarily forgot. But when business demands so much, your time, so you have so many things to do, but you only have so much time for the business, so much time for your love life and whatsoever. Yes, there's still somebody that I'm seeing who understands with
I wanted to
come
say
when
that.
You have time.
I wanted to say that you. So in cases like that, you gotta have someone. In any case, actually, in any case, because now I'm in a different space. I understand. I told you I work overseas, so I gotta have a woman who understands.
They have to understand
the journey. You understand? Yes. So it's a give and take. It's a give and take. It's a sacrifice. I need sharp. And so I think in closing, my friend, I always want to ask my guests these 3 questions in terms of the support system, because what I've noticed is with people trying to chase their dreams, yes, it's up to you to make sure that your dreams come true. It's entirely up to you, the individual who wants this thing. But it wouldn't hurt to have that support. You cannot do it by yourself, right?
True.
Yes. Nam I have my own rocky background, but God has always put people in every pit stop that I've been. Yes. So, but I always, ask my guest, in terms of how important is the support of the family, because remember, those are the people who are always around you, or who are always around you early in your life.
True.
And then the friends, the company that you keep, how important is their support on your journey, because you need to support you need to surround yourself with like-minded people, people who are gonna pour into you. You understand? Not ukuthi xa usithi ndifuna uqala lewe yesushi or ngiqala ntoni business, but aziyabhayisa manje ndoda into zamangamla into zabo, you need to have people like that. And also so it's 3 categories. It's the family, meaning parents, your relatives, your siblings also.
True.
2 is I said friends, right?
Friends.
The friends, right? Because those are the people you're on the street with, right? And you're sharing your dreams with. Number 3, most important for me, will be that partner, that life partner.
Okay.
Also, you get what I'm saying?
I understand.
You get what I'm saying? So I always ask my partners, my guests, the importance of these 3 different support systems. But what I've gotten from you already is you had a blessing of having a family support. Very early in your life. And I think all your life. Because that's still most of your life, right? And that's still the situation, right? So that one is
just to cut you off a bit.
Yes.
So here's what happens, right? I thought that the support from a family, it's that important at an early age. Yes. When I started the business, only a few people in the family believed in the business. My grandmother was like, I'm a funum savings. She has a business herself. And I said to her, the business didn't start making money like from day one. You started your business in 150 Rand.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
And then my mother was saying the same thing. When lockdown happened, ugogo wami angihlalisa phansi wathi, no, yabona ukuthi ama-business wena ufuna ukubuyela ekhona uphusha le business yakho. I said to her, this business is not other people's business. This business is meant to feed people. People are going to support this. I believe in it.
Yes.
I told him, it's fine. If that's what you want, then go ahead, do it. They were not so supportive. But as they see the successes, that's when now my mom is like, yo, I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
She gets testimonies from people around me.
And remember, and remember, that's your vision. That's what you guys need to understand. That, remember this thing, you mustn't let other people's opinion and fears put you off and let you stop this thing. Remember, kaloku, a vision yako was put inside you. It was inside you.
It was planted.
It was planted. And sometimes we want this thing so bad, but you also want to convince the other people about this thing so that they can understand it the way we do.
Most definitely.
You understand? You don't have to waste time and use a lot of energy trying to convince the other person about your dream, your vision. It's inside you. It's your calling. If they don't understand it, if they don't understand, remember, if they don't, remember, if they don't understand. Remember, these are people who, from your story, I picked up, these are the people who loved you, who love you, right? It's not like they didn't want the best for you. It's just that they want the best for you. No, maybe not this direction. We fear this one for you. Maybe rather go this way. So it's not always a matter of, no, it's a hate thing or it's a jealous thing. No, don't go. I'm just saying generalizing, right? So when Amara, do not focus on that opinion, try to convince God. No, they're not going to get it sometimes. When I hear up exactly, they will catch up later. I remember when I announced to my family, to Umakazo Amurahati, my mom has passed on by then, and the other few elders have passed on, but I think she's the last one or last two, remaining still alive. She's still alive, this one. So I'm like, hey, Magas, I'm telling her, like, I'm leaving in 2 days' time. Right? And then she's like, we just got married in 2016. And this is 2017, I'm leaving. Right? But I've told you, we've been with my wife for years before that getting married. So we've got a strong foundation. But her take is, no. But this is my vision and my wife's vision. She doesn't have to understand. But now, having completed maybe almost 7 years now, maybe I'm sure she gets it that these people are still doing okay. You understand what I'm saying? But they will catch up. So don't waste time trying to convince other people.
And the great thing about having an understanding partner, I think, is the fact that they will always allow you to do whatever that's necessary. In order for you to get to where you want to be or where you need to be. I want to, they'd have just partners for the sake of having
partners.
But others, the
partner is very important, bro. For me, the partner part, it's very, remember,
and they keep you grounded, by the way. They keep you, like, stress.
Remember, why, in my case, why I believe so. Remember, Loko, this is one person you spend most of your time with, more especially Futlalanai, for example. Exactly, I don't know about distant, well, I mean a distant Landiga by design, because now I'm based this side, my wife is here. So but what I'm saying is, this is one person I carry always is in the 4 years. They benefit directly from you, from your hard work. Nabantwana, if there's a bandwana in that situation. So this is for me the most important person. If this person poisons you here, no.
Definitely no.
Definitely. So your family, yes, is important. Your friends are also important. In terms of, but your friends come in and go. These friendships, they end from time to time. But this partner person, they come and go, yes, but they are the most important, because you discuss your dreams with that person. Remember, your dreams sometimes they include this person. Remember, most of the time they include they're going to benefit directly. So they are very important to support this dream.
And if they don't support that,
then it's,
now you become demotivated.
I understand.
But either way, other people, like in my case, I'd say, I have that strong character, you know what? If anybody doesn't believe in the vision that I have, it's okay. I'll carry on.
Carry on.
If anybody leaves me because of the vision that I have, I'll just accept it.
Then they were not meant to be, anyways. And guys, for me, lastly, you know, in cases like those, you don't have to. You need to find strength in cutting ties. Okay. I need to say this thing. I'm teaching them. I'm teaching now. I'm teaching you something. And the things that I say is something that I practice or I have practiced. Right?
Yeah.
Anyone, I'm not laughing, I'm not joking, I don't joke. Anyone who doesn't support your dream, partner, friends, family. I mentioned these three people for a reason.
Yeah.
Because we are so attached to these people. These are people we care about, right? We love these people. But if they are not fueling you, do not be a prisoner of this relationship that you have with these people to a point that you sacrifice your vision and your goals and your future, your pursuit of your success. What am I saying? If it gets to a point whereby you need to cut them out of your life or love them from a distance, it depends on the ituguti, because some of these relationships can be poisonous, can be toxic. Family, the reason I'm saying these things, I keep hearing people crying about these types of relationships. Whether they have a bad relationship with their partner, they've got bad experiences with these friends that I thought maybe this was my friend, and then the next thing happened, or family does not. I keep hearing about these things. Right? People will not get affected by strangers. They get affected by these people who are close to them.
Hey, bro.
And then if you'll allow this poison to get to you and gets to a point whereby it overwhelms you, you can get easily discouraged and demotivated to a point whereby you even say, let me forget about this vision of mine because of the poison that they are feeding you, because of the lack of support that is required on your side, but they are not giving you. So you are more than welcome to cut ties, you know, with such people. That is my last message. But what I like on your side, man, lastly, you know, on your side, you know, you've had the support and you've had the guys you were surrounding yourself with. You guys came together, built, you know, you started something great that is still existing, that is still, you know, I'm sure these other guys are proud of this product, even though abanye basayenzi somewhere else, but you guys, you had people who were supportive around you for the most part.
Thank you.
So and I'm glad, man. And I think now this is the end of our
so
you know, any last words from your side?
Don't forget to follow,
tell them,
subscribe, comment on this podcast.
Yes.
And now here are my socials. If you need to follow us, if you need to find us, it's at Jonitos Sushi on Instagram, Jonitos _sushi on X. It's Jonitos Sushi on TikTok. And if you need to order, or you can simply just order or book us on 072-669-0315. And then if you need to book us maybe for your private events, we also do that. Private parties and also not, we also do that. You can simply just call us, give us a call, or send us a WhatsApp, or send us an email to sushi@jonitos.co.za. And trust me, if you just go on Google and you don't believe what I just said, just go on Google, search for Jonitos Sushi by Mahika. You'll see Ama reviews and hear what people are saying. We have all kinds of sushi, like from your salmon roses, California rolls with salmon, and also not. We have evolved into that simply because itimandi are cooler. And also, we don't only cater for abantu abangayidli sushi or abantu abasabu ukuyidli sushi. We also have fried sushi. We have all these different types because our growth has allowed us to do that. And one thing that I'd like to advise abantu bakithi, our people, that one advice that I'd like to give you is that, you know what, don't stop doing what you are doing. If it's right, and if you feel like it's right, keep on doing it. At the end of the day, for as long as it makes you happy, just keep on doing it. Because what matters to you is your happiness.
Yes, sure, man. And with that being said, man, that's all we have for you today.
Yeah.
And thank you to our guest for coming and sharing his story.
And how do you say thank you? Thank you, thank you.
Oh, okay, thank you to our guest.
Hey, you said you have something for me, right?
I didn't get that. Sorry. It's fine. And you know what? I got distracted because now I'm getting hints that our time is up.
Yeah.
So, thank you, man, for reminding. Hey, so now. Thank you, man. Okay, like I said, guys, if you come to the show and be our guest, you know, you'll get something. You'll get something, man. Yeah,
okay.
I did. So, hey, man. Plus, it's chilly. It's chilly this weekend.
Yeah.
So maybe you can rock it. This is what I have for you, my friend. Thank you so much. This is a little token of my appreciation.
I really appreciate.
Yeah, man. Go rep the podcast out there. Home. Yes. What size do you wear? This is large.
This is perfect size.
This is perfect size.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Then it goes with the pants also.
Oh,
winter, what? Yeah, full set, Baba. Come to the show.
Thank you so much.
Be the guest.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
No,
thank you for inviting me and letting me be part of the podcast.
Yeah, man.
So we're rocking.
Yeah,
go and follow the podcast from nothing to something podcast.
Yeah, man.
Because we all start somewhere.
Yeah, man. Of course, everyone starts from nothing to something. It's a continuous journey, bro.
Thanks so much, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. So you talk.
You wanna go now? Go eat sushi to get grand, Thank you, guys. I hope you've picked up something. You've learned a few pointers in this episode, and then yeah, man. I will keep trying to get more guests for you. But if you want to be part of the show, like I just said, reach out to us, DM, email, everything is down here, man. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you guys in another episode.
Yeah.
Peace, man.
Okay.